Hi, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. We're having a look at the energy from the aspect of Leo. Let's do 6 cards for you, Leo, and an oracle card and see what we've got going on. Oh, these are a bit sticky. What's going on? Are you in a sticky situation, Leo? Look at this. They just don't want to shuffle. Okay, so what's going on in your energy? Are you struggling to move forward? Are you being stuck somewhere? Let's have a look. Yeah, not kidding, right? Seven of Wands is the push from the universe. So in a bit of a defensive position, feeling like you can't move forward. Let's have a look. Four of Swords, beg your pardon, in how you're showing up. Hangman in the soul space. We've got the Seven of Swords in the challenge position. We've got the Five of Wands. You do have some challenge energy, Leo. But look at this. This is good news. Chariot in the likely outcome. Seven of Wands. This is really what I was leaning in on, in having that energy of feeling like you're stuck or that you're holding your ground on something. What is it, Leo? Why don't you want to heal? Why don't you want to move on? And I feel this is like stubborn Leo energy of just digging your toes in and wanting to go, it's got to be my way or the highway. And to me the question is why? Why are you feeling so determined to hold your ground? What are you afraid of changing? We do have Pluto in Aquarius, which essentially wants to knock over things that aren't serving you, or things that need to be gotten rid of. And I know change can be hard sometimes, but change can also be really, really therapeutic. And if you're hanging on to something for dear life because you're so afraid of what the change looks like, Spirit says I'm here to really shake you up on that one. Because look at this. Here I've got you in how you're showing up. I've got you in the Four of Swords. So this is a big healing energy. And so many, it's not so much of the zodiac, so many of us are actually seeing healing energies taking place. We just went through the new moon energy, which is on the 21st, 22nd of March there, which was in Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's all about fresh starts. It's all about being optimistic, and it's all about healing your thoughts. And for some reason, you're like, nope, don't want to do it. I want to stay stuck in what I'm thinking. I want to stay stuck in what I'm doing. I do not want to move past this moment. But here you are still showing up going, what's being upon you is to heal. So it might be that you are being, you might take notice of that there's, I don't know. I want to pick this up in a couple of different ways. I feel like people are coming along to you who are suggesting that you change your mind on something. Or the other energy that I'm picking up is that you're deliberately moving into a place of like meditation or contemplation where you're truly looking at your own thoughts and you think that you're right. Right, that you do not want to shift the position that you're in. And here it's on a soul space too. You've got the hangman in the soul space. So it is going, it's my way or the highway. I am not stepping out of my own lane for anybody, because you believe that what you believe is true and correct and real, and it's healing you. It's moving you forward. I'm going to say this is what you believe. And I don't think it's actually fact. I think that you need a comeuppance, Leo. I think you need a fresh, new perspective. Why? Because here you've got the Seven Swords in the challenge space. So either you're lying to yourself, or you're lying. It could be someone's lying to you, but I don't feel like that's the truth. I feel like you're lying to yourself about your situation. And then look, you've got some really frictious energies there. Look, Spirit's got Five of Wands as the advice from Spirit, and it's going, get in the fight, Leo. Get in the fight. And there's another energy playing out right now that's really, really relevant to this, and it's Mars in Cancer energy. Now, Mars sat in Gemini for a long time, and it got to the end of that energy, and it's bloody exhausted, right? It wants a bit of a break. But our moods, as Mars moves into Cancer, our moods are really going to affect our actions. But what we want to be careful of is going, am I going to be defensive or am I going to be aggressive, right? Our moods are going to affect our actions. Now, some people will say this is passive aggressive energy. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying what it is that you've got options. And sometimes it's okay to take on the fight. And that's not normally you, Leo, to pull back from a fight. Normally you would step up to the plate and go, whatever it is that is in my way that I need to overcome, that I need to fix, that I need to move through, normally you are up for the task. But on this one, I feel like you're choosing another facet of your energy that goes, I'm actually going to just hold my ground. I don't actually, like, holding my ground in my mind is what is going to heal me. I don't feel like I need to justify what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I'm going I get the feeling you're lying to yourself and you're lying to other people. And, you know, we can't, nobody can make you face that energy but you. If you're looking in the mirror and you're going, you know, let's get an example of this. I'm kind of getting to the ideal of perhaps you have hurt somebody in a relationship scenario, right? Perhaps you've cheated. Perhaps you've moved down a path where you've gone, perhaps you're just talking to somebody else, right? And it's like you've been out of your own relationship and you're talking to somebody else and you're drawing emotional energy from someone other than your partner. And maybe you've gone back to your partner and you've gone, it's not really cheating, I'm just talking to them, right? You want to defend this ground and going, well, I think I'm doing the right thing in talking to this person because I'm actually getting perspective from them. They're giving me the things that you don't give me. They're giving me things like conversation, and they're helping me process how I feel about you. And in that vein, I am not going to stop what I'm doing, even though it's going to cause some degree of fight. Now, what I want to say to you is that lying to yourself and lying to your partner, that taking your emotional energy outside of connection is, you know, sure, sometimes it can be beneficial if you're talking to a therapist, but by and large, the person that you need to be talking to about what's going on in your relationship is the person you're in a relationship with. Get support from other people. But if what you're doing is actually building an emotional bond with somebody else at the expense of your partner, when your partner would really like to step up, then what you're doing is lying. You're lying to yourself about even being in that relationship. And if you can't step up to the plate and help your partner, you know, if you can't support their emotional needs and they can't draw on you, if it's not going to be vice versa, then why are you there? All you're going to do is end up having pissy little fights about things that don't really matter, like whose turn is it to put the rubbish out, or who left the coffee pot on. Let's have a really explosive fight about. I get the feeling you'll be having really, really pissy fights, but the bigger energy is really about what are you doing with your emotional energy? Are you giving it to the person that deserves it? Now, if you're not in a relationship with someone, if this is just you, you versus you, I mean, this scenario is going to play out differently depending on where you are in your journey. So it would be, that's an example of taking your emotional well-being outside of relationship. But if you're single, you know, another area where we can lie to ourselves is telling ourselves we're okay when we're not, or telling ourselves that the job that we're in is bringing us satisfaction when it's not, and hanging on with tenacity. As much as tenacity and resilience is a really good quality to have, don't hang on to something that has outgrown its use by date. You know, just for the purpose of proving that you're right. Don't lie to yourself about what your station is at life and what you're giving and taking from other people just to prove a point, because the likely outcome here for you, Leo, is that you really need to be moving ahead at this point. This energy of keeping your feet stuck in the mud is not serving anybody. So if you're lying to yourself about this energy, it is time to lay it down, look yourself in the mirror and start telling the truth about what your situation actually is. And if you've taken yourself out of circulation, if people are encouraging you to meet other people and move brand new, like this, taking yourself out of circulation because you think it's the only way that you're going to heal. Are you lying to yourself? Well, sometimes it's fine to take time to yourself, but if you're doing it to the detriment of other people, you know, are you really healing? Are you really healing? The likely outcome is you've got to push this energy forward. Let's get a quick oracle card there for you. And you've got the energy of infinity, right? Now this is, look, I'm glad you've got this here, this infinite energy. You know what I look at when I see this, all of this pink energy, is getting yourself back into the energy of love, and not love in the fluffy sense, but love in the truth of understanding the energy of the divine. So yes, you do have healing available to you. You do have progress available, but it's an expansive energy, not a bottlenecked energy. So whatever you are trying to choke and bottleneck right now, it's time to let it go. It's time to stop lying to yourself. It's time to stop having pissy fights with people. It's time to let your energy be expansive into the frequency of love. I'm going to wrap your reading up there, Leo, and in faith, hope, and love, it's bye from me for now.